on, Lexington. Cast her mind. Come on.
Alone on Judean mountain, while the shepherds were watching their sheep,
Oh, Lord.
sorely disturbed by the angel, all singing so lovely and sweet. They said that a shepherd from glory arrived in a manger that day, looking for pilgrims of sorrow. A sheep had wandered astray, looking for you in the sunshine, waiting for you in the rain, caring for you while in trouble, burdened with sorrow and pain. You traveled this pathway before you. Often he walked it alone. Then he ascended to heaven, now waiting to welcome you home. One morning while people were sleeping, some other troubled him came up to Calvary's mountain, once more a dear form to behold. An angel so gently informed her that Jesus was up early too, proving the grave could not hold him. Soon he'll be looking for you, looking for you in the sunshine. He's waiting for you in the rain.
He's waiting for you this morning, friends.
He wants to be caring for you while in trouble, while burdened with sorrow and pain. He traveled this pathway before you. Often he walked it alone. Then he ascended to heaven. Now he's waiting to welcome you home.
Yes, Lord. Amen.
Praise God.
Oh, Lord. So good, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. How great you are, Lord.
It's not my current mind and feelings to be in your presence long. I'm thankful to be here this morning, and sorry for coming in later than what I usually do. I know I'm usually late anyhow. There was a large motor home overturned on the interstate, and we set probably about 45 minutes, and waiting to get through. But nevertheless, God has reasons, and He knows why. And I believe He's the controller of all things. He's still in control, Brother Jesse.
Yes, He is, buddy.
I'm thankful today that if God has looked down upon a world like us and gave us His only begotten Son, what could we offer, Brother Justin, that could do any good? We don't have nothing, brother. But I'm glad and I'm thankful that He still loved us that much, that He sent Him down to die for us. So, so many of your faces I'm glad to see. And when we came in, I wanted to come around and shake hands with you so fast, but try not to disturb. But I want to say today that what you've been listening to is good. You've heard the gospel, and these brethren have been blessed to preach to you. I wouldn't want to be the one to add or to take away anything that they've been preaching to you that would cause to hinder you in any way, but rather build upon what they said, that it would be edifying to the gainsayer. And my thought was when I sat there on my seat, and I was glad to see Brother David when I came in, and he was talking about his dad 2 weeks ago and passing away, and I want to say his dad was a fine man. Known him for years, and he was always easy to get along with, and very, very soft-spoken, but his preaching was always powerful and meant from the heart. It's come from the heart, and that's why, if it comes from the heart, that's what matters. Yep. If you say something, Brother Rodney, you can tell me you love me all day, but if you don't show it or there's no feeling in there, it's no good. And Christ could have said so many times, and God could have said, Sister Sandra, I love you. But He done it, not only did He say it, but He proved it. He proved it by sending His only begotten Son, Brother Randy, to die. Sent Him to die on a cross for us. Now, brother, I don't know about you, but now, if someone asked me today, could you send your daughter? Could you send her down?
No.
Brother Nature, Brother Jess, I'd have to say no. And really just don't know how easy it'd be to get in the spirit underneath them terms of thinking about that. Somebody said, well, I thought you said God's all powerful. It would take Him. It would take Him to transform that. But I'm glad today that He looked down upon His work, the world of mankind that He made. And listen to me, men and women, a lot of people say, well, why did Jesus have to be born? Why did He have to come down and do this that He done? He died, and why did He have to die the way He died? How many has ever asked ourselves that? We all have, I bet, today. But there was a time that God, when He made man, that He made a way that man could operate on their own. And He made it good, He thought. Today. Now I want to show you something. Somebody said, well, God's never been sorry about anything. I can show you in the book where He's been sorry for one thing. Where He's sorry for one thing. What is that one thing? Go look in the mirror. And you'll see that one thing. And the Bible says that when Brother Henry, he looked down upon the heavens and the earth, Sister Carol, and the Bible says that it was void. There was nothing here. And He looked down. Now what about that? He looked down upon it. So we believe today that heaven is up, don't we? Yes, we do. And we believe that hell's below. The Bible says that today. That all good things come from God above, and all bad things come from Satan below. And that's what the Bible says about it. But here's what I want to get at. He said He looked upon the earth, Brother Jason, and it was without form. It was void. Void today. Now something's void. It means there's nothing there. It's no good. Listen today. Pray hard. Just for a few minutes, and I promise you, young people, we're going to come to a close. It's not we don't want to hold a long time on our Christmas service. I want to say to you, a Merry Christmas, not because it's a gift time given year, but because, Brother James Derrick, because it's the time of year that Jesus came. Listen today, and what does the word Mary mean? Well, that's my mother's name. Somebody may say that's not the way they spell it today. But to be married is to be happy, isn't it? You can't have a Merry Christmas if you don't have Christ yourself. Listen today, you might get a lot of gifts. You might go to a lot of parties, and you might do a lot of things like that, and it'll satisfy this man right here.
Yes, sir.
But the inward man will feel my friend today, here, He looked down, and the earth was without anything, and He filled it. Listen today, and by and by, listen, He created man, the Bible said, and He, from man He created woman. Listen today, and then He looked, and today as time went by, He put it in motion, all these things, but it came a time that, men's hearts was growing continually evil. Listen, the the Bible says that, listen, once a year a priest would go up, man. He'd offer sacrifice and to stay his people's sin from year to year. Is that all right? Listen, but it came a point today, Brother Henry, that they look out in the field and they get the worst ever they had. Listen, they get the worst offering they had. Listen, they get some of the sin, the blind, the halt, the lame, all these things. Listen, and they take it up and they try to offer it. Somebody said, well, why did they do that? Because their heart was continue thinking of themselves. If you have Jesus, you won't be looking at self all the time. You'll think ahead. You'll think of everyone around you. Listen today, friend. That's why the brother prayed about his daughter calling him. Listen, I love the part where he said, you call, I'm not going to answer. Listen today. Oh, friend, listen. I'm glad that there was one time that I called and he answered. Listen, bless the good Lord today. I've heard of a city called heaven, and I'm going there. Listen, why are you going there? Mom said I could. No. Listen, that's not why I'm going. Oh, friend, I'm going there because Jesus said I could. Listen, and that's all that matters. Give me Jesus, Brother Dave, while I walk here. Give me Jesus when I'm laying on my bed dying. Oh, friend, listen, with Jesus, all things are possible.
Yes, my friend.
All right.
Yes,
Paul,
I can do all things.
We're going to come to close. Listen, but they looked out and they brought the lame, the halt, the blind. God wasn't satisfied when there was he. Listen, and he looked down and he said, it's repented me that I ever made man. Listen, they're doing things that they'll never be able, listen, to come to heaven over. Well, what are you going to do, Lord? What are you going to do? Listen, to tell you to fix this. Listen, somebody said, well, was there anything, any good to fix it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, friend, listen. I'm glad that the voice cried out, Father, I'll go down.
Yes, sir.
I'll die in their room instead. Listen, somebody said, why did he say that? Love is why he said that. Brother, I'm in a hurry. Listen today. I know that time is running out, men and women, but I want you to get in a hurry too. What do you want me to get in a hurry about, Jason? Listen, I want you to get in a hurry to get the Lord in your life. Somebody said, well, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got problems that I've got to get through first. Let me tell you something, friend. Don't walk through them by yourself. Listen, today, listen, I want you, listen, to have security. Listen, boys, I want to take my coat off. Is that all right? Listen, Brother Paul, get a song ready. Listen, we're going to sing. What are you going to sing? Listen, I don't know what he's going to get to sing, but I'm going to tell you what. I know one I'd like for him to get. He'll hold the man. Somebody said, listen, why do you like that song so much, Jason? I'm going to tell you one. Listen, there's been times I look to my left and no one be there. Listen, I look to my right and no one be there. Listen, Brother Will, but listen, there's not been one time that I've gone, listen, looked down and not felt that tug. Listen, who is giving you that tug? Oh, today, listen, it's Jesus Christ, anchored in the soul, oh, sure and steadfast. Listen, unmovable. Listen, what are you talking about? Listen, then this voice came and said, Father, I'll go down and I'll die in the room. And in their stead, Brad, I'm glad you're here today. Listen, so many, I'm glad you're here. Son, I don't know if I know you or not. Bet you this week. Listen, but I'm glad you came here today. Listen, today I hope that someone came for something. And I hope that they leave with what they wanted. Listen, they said, you mean it's a candy cane? No. Oh, today, listen, I'm talking about Jesus Christ, anchored in the soul. Listen, you see the star that's made here. How many of you looked at it and thought, man, that looks neat? Listen, today I'm going to tell you about a star that shined that they thought looked neat one time. And boy, that star, would you believe it, Brother Chad? Brother Tatum, that star someday, don't know when, don't know how, but it's going to be a change probably. It's going to be a replace. It may give away. I believe Sister Diane's been hanging a long time. This time, today, but it's made with natural things. They may have to replace it someday. Oh, but listen, this Star of Bethlehem. Oh, friends, listen today, it's leading men and women to the place. Oh, friend, I'm glad it's still leading. Stirka, that sunny horn. Listen, it'll lead him, it'll guide him when you're not even trying. That star will be shining down. Do you believe that? I believe that.
Yes, sir.
Son, but here's the star I want to tell you about. One dark night.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a place. Listen, there was a place in a little stable.
Yeah.
Why did they go to the stable?
Shrewd thinker there.
They went to a hotel. The Bible called it the inn. The inn. They went to the inn. There's no room there.
They want to do with them.
This son, I can see Joseph and Mary. You mothers here, that's been pregnant. How many of you remember when that final blow come that you felt like you have to go? If you don't go, you're going to have it right where you're at. Boys, Mary knew this baby was coming.
Yeah.
She knew that it was ready to come. Why? I believe it was kicking. I believe, listen, she knew one way or another. Joseph, you got to get me somewhere. Boys, listen, that place was prepared before she even knew it. What about that? Listen, and here's what happened. They went on a little farther. Listen, no room in the inn. No one had anything, but they found that little manger. Brother Henry, I'm glad they found it. Listen, oh friend, listen. It may not have been much today, but it lodges a place in my heart. Oh friend, listen. Yeah, you talk about a king-size bed.
Yes, sir.
That king lay there that night. Oh, friend, listen. He laid in that manger that night when Mary gave birth. But I'm glad that when this child was born, there was something came about the earth differently. There was a star, the Bible said, shining. Oh, brother, listen today. And singing came from heaven. Bless that singing. I hear it sometimes when I hear my mother's shout. I hear it sometimes when I hear my brothers bless the preaching. Listen, glory to God in the highest. Listen, today, peace on earth, goodwill to men. Listen, glory, glory, glory. I'm on my way. Listen, where are you on your way to? Listen, heaven, sweet heaven, how I long for thee. When will my time, listen, come to go? I can tell you right now, the way we feel here today, if he called, it'd be a short step just to go. Listen, I don't need no roadmap to go to that land. I don't need no tom-tom to get to that land. Listen, I'm going to tell you what. Listen, the way is within us.
Yes, sir.
It's Jesus Christ.
Yes, He'll lead us. He'll take us there.
He'll lead us and guide us. I'm going to whoop Brother Fred and then forget me up here. Because I look at so good of preachers behind me that still could have got up, but I'm glad I got up now. Let me tell you this, and we're soon going to sing. Friend, there in that oxen manger that night, Jesus was born. And the Bible says today that even the animals, the cows, the beasts in the fields, knew that something was different. What did they do? They bowed down. Some says they made noises. They probably did. I wouldn't know. I'm going to tell you something, friends. They laid and they honored what was born there.
The King, brother.
The King of all
Yes,
kings.
sir, the King.
Oh, listen today. Have you ever thought of this? Well, he had a rough coming in and he had a rough going out. And he did it all for you. Just for you.
Think about that today, friend.
When he left here, he had a mother not too far from him, Brother Henry, and she was crying.
He said, behold.
And he said, behold, my mother.
Oh, no, get her away here.
What about that? He didn't want her to see what he was going through,
No,
Brother
sir.
Randy.
No.
He didn't want her to see the flesh that he had on his back had been torn off from where they striped him. He didn't want her to see today that these things that was wrong, he barely was even clothed. Before it was over with, the robe that he had on, it was taken. It was taken by soldiers as they cast lots. And there he stood. Listen. How did he stand? How did he stand? Was his feet on the ground?
Nobody else.
Suspended in air with a nail through them. With his arms stretched out. Somebody said, do you really believe that, Jason?
I sure do.
With my whole heart, soul, mind, and strength, I do.
I sure do.
Because the Bible says, because of his stripes, we are healed today.
Yeah. That's spiritual.
Friend, as he laid there,
That's right, brother.
how many of you today would have, Sister Carol, if you was in that situation in nature, what would be the first thing you'd be doing? Crying, begging to get down. But while he was there was one that cried out to him,
Oh, Lord.
oh Lord, will you remember me? When you come in, will you remember me?
Kingdom.
Oh, brother, I'm glad that Jesus didn't look at him and say, I'm hurting too bad to fool with you.
Yes, Daddy.
Oh, friend, that's why that I'm telling you today that if you've got
This
problems,
day.
somebody may say, well, I'm going through a divorce, preacher. Some may say, well, preacher, I've got problems at home. My home's broken.
Yeah.
But listen today, when I get all that taken care of, listen, then I'm going to serve him. I'm going to tell you something today, friend. I don't care what kind of a whirlwind that your life's in. Sister Sandy, there ain't no one can calm a storm like I've seen my Jesus calm it today.
Yes, sir.
Is that all right today? And he'll calm your storm. Listen today, and then after that storm, listen, you'll be glad you took him by the hand.
Sure will.
But here's what happened. He said, remember me. You know what Jesus said to him? From this day on, shall thou be with me. Where? Paradise. They played a play. They put a place in up Cincinnati one time called Cheeseburger Paradise. We went and tried it. Wasn't much paradise to me, Brother Rodney. Listen today. They call some places paradise here on earth, but it don't come close. It don't come close. The closest that I've ever came to paradise is with the family of God in the church house.
Amen.
And I'm blessed under the influence of God's Spirit. Young people today, I don't care how young you are, if you know in your heart and you believe in your heart in Jesus Christ with your whole heart, soul, mind, and strength, you should get up and say, I'm got Him,
Yes, sir.
and I'm glad I have Him, and I'm going to live for Him. Listen, old people today, if you're here and you don't have Him, shame on you. You've lived years and you've been your years and you've not served Him, but He's still beating to you to come.
Mercy.
You ought to get up and come to Him. Somebody said, what do you mean get up and come to Him? Who am I going to go to?
Jesus.
And my hand won't save you, friend. It can't. It can't. Listen, but I know a man that can.
Yep. Do too, bro.
His name's Jesus.
Amen.
Are you happy to be here today?
Yes, sir.
I'm glad that the greatest gift that was ever given is Jesus Christ. He's a gift that does keep on giving. He's a gift that will give until you look around and you think, no, there's nothing else, Jeff, in that box for me. And when you go back and look, there's still something there. When something's still there, listen, friend, it's because Jesus has blessed it to happen. Jesus has blessed it to happen. I thought of you, son. Brother Colin hit the nail on the head. You all wrote up before me a lot in my prayers. I know this Christmas, Brother Henry, will be the hardest one you've probably ever had. And it's going to be different for you. It's not like that you knew what was going to happen. How many of you here have ever went through that? To face the next holiday without a loved one? Brother Dave, you will. Brother Randy, you did one time. Had your father sifted out from under you just like that and didn't even see it coming. Listen today. You know what? You know why they're here today? There's some here today, Brother Henry, that if they went through what you went through, you know what they'd do? They'd be in a mental home right now. Listen, they'd be in a nursing home. Sister Carol, but listen, I'm going to tell you what. They said, why are they here? Listen, Brother Randy, when you were called and said your dad was exploded, listen, you probably didn't know what way to turn. Listen, Brother Jess, but I'm going to tell you what, Brother Dave, I'll tell you why that you people were here today. Why when I see mothers that have Jesus go by caskets, listen, and they shout, I'll meet you in glory. Listen today. Why? Because we know that this is not the end of the day. Listen, that we may separate here. Just like when Christ said, I'm glad that He said, listen, today, the same Jesus that you see going away is coming back.
Amen. Same power.
And you know what makes Him be able to be here today and be happy? Is because we know of a reunion. You talk about Christmas cheer.
Talk about time.
Woo!
And all of God's children.
All of His family is going to be together. It may be farewell for a little while here, but it'll be good morning
It's not
tonight
goodbye
over there.
Just
I'm glad it's not the end, Brother
in the
Henry.
morning.
Friend, if you're here today and you've never made no commitment to God, today's a good day to start. Somebody said, well, I got to go home and pray by myself. I've got to go home, or I got to do this. You better do what God bids you to do.
That's exactly right.
And if He bids you to come, you need to
Forget
come.
about all this
If He bids you to come down to this altar and pray today, then you should come pray. Church, somebody said, well, what about the church? I'm going to tell you someday, church, if He did you to come down and pray, you need to come down and pray. Old Jason's had to get down here before, and glad he did. Listen today, and so will the next man. But I'm going to tell you what, these from Brother David starting, from Brother Collins, the time has told you, we're just men today, and the same flesh on me, it's the same flesh on you.
That's right.
But we're headed to one place, and we want you to go with us.
Amen.
Sing, Brother Paul, what you got? Well, Brother Paul sings, I want to invite you today, if you're here and you desire prayer, come down. Whether you're lost or whether you're saved, if you desire prayer, come down and we'll pray with you. We can't save you today, friend, but we can sure pray with you. You pray one a day. When no heartache shall come, no more clouds in the sky, no more tears to dim the eye. All is peace forevermore. All what he whispered in my ear.
Good enough.
You know, friend, I'm going to tell you something today. There's a lot of you in chairs that's held on your seat. And a lot of you be shocked sometimes when you move forward what God will do for you. I used to hear him say, tell your experience.
You did.
And I'm going to tell you, it's one of the best experiences that you ever tell is that walk that you make down the aisle. That walk when you come. Somebody may say, what's that mean, Jason? What do you mean by that?
Shows you're not ashamed.
It shows you're not ashamed. You want the God of heaven to be your God. Like the woman was. I want your God to be my God. I want to go where you go. Where you live, I want to live. When you get up in the morning, I want to get up and go home with you. That's what matters today.
Yep.
And this brother here,
It's all like the Lord saying to us all.
this blessed mother, this sister here, she came down and she said, I don't know how to pray. Now what about that? Is that not scary? She said, I don't know how to pray.
She feels like the Lord saved her.
Well, I feel like he did too, just by what she done. When I went down with her, I thought, Lord, this is sad. And you know what? She said more prayer when she said, I don't know how to pray. When she said anything, what do you have to give to a man that died for you?
Who doesn't know
You don't
how to
have
say
nothing today. You got to come empty, brother. You got to come. I'm willing to say, God, I'll give you my whole life. And listen, the girls, this is the girls' neighbor. They brought her to church with her today. I'm glad that them wise men, when they took, them gifts to Christ, they were taken for a reason. Oh, I believe they were a blessing, brethren. I believe that they were a blessing for a reason. When you take something to Jesus, He'll bless it today.
Amen.
Somebody said, well, I don't know the way. Listen, today is Jesus. He is the way. He's the way. Somebody said, give me the old-time way. And He is the old-time way. And there's nothing no older than Him. There's nothing no older than God. Listen today, Brother Jeff, we're glad to hear your testimony. I know Brother Henry is. And Brother Henry, you do. I'm glad today that if you gave your hand, do you want to be baptized today, or do you want to wait till your family can be here? All right. He's got his family he'll probably want to be here, and that's fine. I understand that. Do you, Brother Henry, you go ahead and make a move if you want to take him in.
I'll second that motion.
We move in second that we take this brother in and receive him in love and fellowship when baptized, and we'll just let him decide when he wants to be. I'm sure he'd be willing to go today, but I would like for him to, if it was like his mommy's baptism, that family filled up about 2 or 3 rows, didn't it, Brother Jeff? And I would like for him, I believe that his family would want to come in and be here when he's baptized. His mother's baptism was the first one I'd ever done in a wheelchair. And it was a blessed day. It was a blessed day. But she walked when she joined the church. And she came over and just about knocked me down. And when I turned, I didn't even know I was preaching. And she didn't wait for us to even announce church door open. And I felt something push on me. And I turned, and it was Sister Helen. And she said, I want to give my hand. We already thought she'd done that a long time ago. But you see, friend, I'm glad today, even though they might have been Christians, the connection was there. We didn't ever know that she never came and gave no testimony, Brother Henry. We're glad you did here.